I want to start building a new Nigeria where Nigerians can be proud of their country, believe in their country and everything. My commitment is, let us campaign and deal with issue of the problems of the country. There's a lot of problems besieging this country. If you don't know today, this country will soon default in their debt service. Now we'll be rated junk status. That's what should be preoccupying us now. Schools, universities are shut down, and we're talking about who will vote for. Let's deal with the issues. This election will not be based on my turn. It will not be based on ethnicity. It will not be based on religion. It will be based on the Nigerian agenda to save this Nigeria. Nigeria is in coma. And you need a specialist. And that is what I'm offering. To save his life or he will die. I want to start building a new Nigeria where Nigerians can be proud of their country, believe in their country and everything. A young man approached me yesterday. I came back from the UK yesterday. It will shock you. A young man approached me. He said, I saw everybody taking picture with you. And I asked him, who are you? He said, you are the president. You're going to be the president. I said, yes. He said, let me tell you, I'm 20 years old. My mother is from Nigeria. My father is from Jamaica. My mother is so nice to me. I want to come to Nigeria. I want to be able to set up a business, employ people, I help. But just like what my son will tell me, so many of my friends don't want to come because they feel it's not this, it's not that. I said, that's what we're trying to do. When we arrived at the airport here, I saw that same young man being interrogated by immigration, this one. If you know, normal thing, trying to harass him, I called them and I said, let me tell you, this young man is coming to this country for the first time. He believes in this country. That's why he's coming. By the time people finish with him here, he will go out, he will not come back. So they left him. He came and hugged me and gave me and says, I know I can't vote for you, but I don't know what I'm going to do to help you. Can I collect your number? I gave him my number. He gave me his number. He said, because of me, we need to do things that will bring people hope. We need Nigerians to be proud that they are part of this country. We need to go to sports and compete as the Nigerians. People are not proud to say we are Nigerians. Canadians are hiring Nigerians every day. Other countries are hiring them. They are not asking them whether you're from the east or west. They listen. When you go to a doctor, I've been to one, I said it, I've never been sick. One time they said I would remove a procedure in the UK. I went to St. Mary's and Elizabeth Hospital. As I entered that theater, two people appear. They are black. One is from Ondo. The other one is from Southeast. They were doctors. I didn't have to say, you can't operate me because of this. So many prominent Nigerians are seeing the same thing. Nigerians from the Southeast are all working in Saudi Arabia. Nobody's asking them where they're from. Even Dubai we go to celebrate. It's a Muslim country. We all want to go there. If you go there, the only Catholic church, St. Mary's Catholic Church, is built by the Emir of Dubai. It's written there. Okay. I met him there once. He goes there 3 times a year, during Christmas, during Easter. Okay. We are committed to turning all those vast land in the north into the oil of the future. I was flying from Maiduguri yesterday into Abuja. And I turned around, somebody was on my left, the Papa Nuncio in Nigeria. And I said, let me tell you, show you the problem of this country. I said, how? I said, just watch. From Maiduguri to Abuja, we saw vast empty land. All cultivated. I said, there's no way in the world you can fly like this. It will be farmlands. That is our oil. And we must turn it into oil. Oil is a diminishing asset. We must unlock the new assets, which is the land. The richest state in America is California, not Texas. It has twice the GDP of Texas, 3.3 trillion. Texas is 1.8. It's not oil, it's agriculture. It's production. Kano and Kaduna is processing center. will unlock what the ports can do in Port Harcourt. The transshipment port that can generate enough income. That can do the shoe and the clothing that Vietnam is doing at any $60 billion a year. It must stop. This country must produce.
Let nobody tell you can't stop corruption. If you're not stealing yourself, your wife and children are not stealing, those around you are not stealing, you already see by 70%. Because as governor, you will approve what they will steal. So when you approve to take your own, everybody will start adding his own. But if you're not taking, nobody will add. Go to me anywhere. I've been governor for 8 years. And they will tell you, go and show me where anybody added his own in Anambra State. Because I have to take first, before you take.
All we want is to turn this country from consumption, production, remove the sharing formula and replace it with using production formula. We want this to become an engine of production. What has changed countries is production. Go and check even in Europe. The Spanish people were enjoying and selling their goods when Netherlands was busy investing in production. Today, Spain is a problem. Netherlands is doing well. Let me tell you, Nigerian problem is the economy. It is the economy because people don't have job, because people don't have means of livelihood, you push them into criminality, into agitation, into all sorts of problems we're facing today. And that is what I'm saying, that I have the knowledge to start pulling these people out of poverty. My candidacy and the team I want to assemble, young, sharp people will start mitigating the dangers we're facing today. And they are even selling my own candidacy. I've said it, MPP spokesperson, both the presidential candidate and the spokesperson, my senior brother, Baba Gandima, in PDP, the Niger chief servant, and Senator Dino, none of them have said Peter is not qualified. They are saying that Peter is competent to deal with the economy. But I'm saying we have an economic problem. So you don't need somebody to be on top of me when I can solve the problem. And that is what I'm offering. That's why I said I'm contesting to be the president of Nigeria. I'm building a team. That team has to be a team that is formidable, a team that cannot take, even from me as president, anything. I want to assemble the type of team I had in Anambra State and I said to them from day one, if you agree with me in 3 meetings, you go. That means you don't have your own idea. I want those who can look at my face and say, Mr. President, you're wrong. And you're wrong. Because I don't know everything.
And
I want to learn.
Deal for you.
Eh?
That Yusuf Dati Baba.
Oh yes, of course. If I want people that can come in there and say to me, like, oh, you're wrong, you can't do this. Because that's what we need. We need to save this country. And you can only do that with the team. IPOB and all other agitations are as a result of leadership failure over the years that failed to address the critical areas of development. So it was the creation of the things were a creation of government. And I can say today that if I'm in power, I would deal decisively with all agitations through dialogue and through proper leadership. And when I finish that, if there are remnants of criminality in it, I deal with it decisively.
Would you remove subsidy?
Remember what I said? Yes and no. We have to study. I will remove it, but I have to offer them what would be equivalent of what we are removing.
So your answer on subsidy is yes and
yes,
and
yes.
No. Would you remove subsidy?
Yes, but because because I'm going to use the resources to do something that will benefit. But if I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to remove it.
Okay.
You must be able to offer something in replacement of what you're trying to do. I cannot spend $40 billion on subsidy and spend 50% of that in education and health. Even in security, where our security budget have not been up to that. Are you saying that subsidy is more important than security of life and property? These are things you must do. You must be able to say, if we keep this, we will not get this. If we keep this, we will not get this. But because of mistrust, I will say that subsidy is a scam, and I still maintain it. So we have to look at it. How much are we importing? Who is consuming it? Why are we going to keep this? In issue of security, which you mentioned, I've always said Nigeria have a security issue that is critical. It's affecting the entire country. It's affecting the development, the economy. How do you deal with it? First is that you have to look at it. There's two ways to fight security. You can't have 100 million people living in poverty and you will not have a security problem. The more you put people out of poverty, the more you reduce the criminality. That's happened everywhere in the world. Number two is that you have to properly man the security agencies, provide them the resources that is required. And this is not something Nigeria cannot afford. You just have to do it and do it aggressively. Only have to look at how I manage Anambra State. Anybody who can manage Anambra State, I can actually manage Nigeria. It's one of those difficult states you can manage. And for 8 years, Anambra under me was at peace. It's just a question of first, patience, listen to other views, tolerate them, and everything, and be simple about it, which is not sophisticated. Governing Nigeria is actually easier than managing Anambra State. I can tell you, because you can focus on what you're going to do. You need a facilitator of the youth taking back their country. I want to see a better future for my children. I want them to be proud to say they're Nigerian and carry Nigerian passport if the case be with. The youth today don't feel the energy. I've been to all over the world. I've met people in schools who are proud to say, I'm a Brazilian, I'm a Jamaican, I'm this. Nigerians don't do that because the system, the country does not care for its young people. Do not invest in them. Look at university enrollment. Do you know that university enrollment here is just tertiary enrollment is only 9%, not up to quarter of global average. Yet, of course, it's closed down now. Nobody cares about them. We're not doing anything. We're not exporting enough. Because of it today, we don't have foreign exchange even to service our debts. There's no reason why Nigeria should not be exporting at least 300 billion worth of exports, not under 30 billion. I said it before, Vietnam, with a quarter of our land, 330,000 square kilometers of land, half of our population, 100 million people, their total export last year was $312 billion. And they all manufactured goods. Electronics is something billion. Clothing, which we are doing in our band everywhere, 32 billion. Footwear, 23 billion. And we're earning 16 billion from oil. Footwear that you can do everywhere. You know, in China, buying Kanu. Kanu used to be a manufacturing center. All the manufacturers in Kanu are complaining. I visited the biggest rice farm processing plant in Kanu last year, Unza, because I had to support it. And that's what I'm talking about when people are talking about east or west or this. I visited Unza. We are supporting him financially, and he's doing the right thing. That's what we should be talking about. Not talking about who is from a lower ladder or upper ladder. If the man from lower ladder will do the job, let's bring him to do the job so we can solve these problems. to Singapore and everything. I've studied what works.
So what would you do to make it like Ghana and Cotonou, specifically?
Very simple.
Yes.
It's a human factor.
Okay.
And you deal with it. It's a human factor. Quote me anywhere. What they do there is not different from what we do here. Tell people what we did in education in Anambra State. And why do I want to use that as an example? We moved from 26 to 21. We didn't change the teachers. It was the same teachers. We didn't. No, we didn't hire new people. We didn't do anything. It was the same people. But when they saw the body language of this leader, what he wants, and people were being asked to go, if you don't deliver it, they delivered it. Everything you're seeing in Nigeria has not worked, whether it's scanning, whether it's human factor. You deal with it decisively.
But people say
When we talk about the issue of restructure, when I get there, I said it, Nigeria as it is structured today cannot work. But it's not something where people say, we'll restructure. Let's get there. There's issues. For example, let me take issue of security. Why won't the state be in charge of their security? That's not part of things people are talking security.
so. You bring in state police once you get there, if you get there.
First is that the governor should be in charge of the security. So even if a police commissioner is posted there, the governor is in charge and can remove him. I removed 6 police commissioners right from the time of Obasanjo. My police commissioner was removed under Obasanjo. I went to Obasanjo and said, Mr. President, I have a security issue. I want this police commissioner here to be removed. He called the then IG, Hindero. He said, so who do you want? I said, I want the deputy to be the commissioner. Hindero said, no, he cannot. I said, unless he will be acting. I said, call him anything, but let him be in charge. That's how John Haruna took over.
So that's fiscal federalism, so you promote that?
Of course, yes, because it will help. You do it in security, in education. Why wouldn't I hold the governor of Katsina responsible for the security? One is that our police personnel level is unacceptable. We should have at least today twice what they are today.
That's 800,000.
No, today we are 320,000.
So that's about 600.
So about 600. Egypt with 100 million people have over 1 million. So this is in Morocco, everywhere. So you don't have, and out of this 320, I can tell you about 70,000 are following people all over the place. Not whether we sack the service chiefs or we sack, let's deal with the economy. I'm somebody who believes in let's build a better place. No country of the world have enough money. I've been a governor of the state. No country of the world have enough money. But how do you use to one the little you have? I've been a governor. We didn't owe salary. I didn't owe pension. I didn't owe gratuity. I never owed any supplier, any contractor the day I left office. But I have 70-something billion naira in account. So we didn't print money. I was number 22. Let's shut down the cost of governance. Why won't people be moved with 3 vehicles? Why won't people believe this? Shut down all these irresponsible offices we have all over the place. Live a normal life. I said it everywhere. Why would governor of Anambra have a lodge in Abuja? Is he governor of Abuja? No, he can do without them. Why must he travel with 30 people from Anambra State? You can go alone. Nobody's going to kill you. You know, even as our office, even for big men, even for those who call themselves big men, you can move alone, at any alone. Nobody's trying to kidnap me here. You don't need to go around with everybody carrying gun all over the place. Politics for public life is not about winning or losing election. That is for transactional politicians, which most of the politicians here are. For them, it's a business enterprise. So if you lose the election or you're not in position, your business is not doing well. That is not something for me. For me, politics and public life is about transformational, trying to change the society. Before I went into politics, I lived in the UK and I participated in, I've been to Afghanistan, I've been to Rwanda, I've been to Haiti, I've been to Philippines on missions like that. So it is not about winning or losing election. When I was a governor and there was earthquake in Haiti, I went to President Jonathan and I said, I want to go to Haiti. And he said, why? I said, I want to go and help them to rebuild. They just have an earthquake. And he said, when? I said, I'm leaving in 2 days' time. I've even withdrawn my son from school. We are going to Haiti. Go and ask the Nigerian ambassador in the Caribbean then. Go and ask the police people. As I knew the Nigerian police even worked in Haiti. Go and ask them. I was in Haiti for 1 week helping them to rebuild. Hilary Okeke, Bob Manuel, the actor, went back when I raised about $200,000 for them to help them rebuild. So this is what I used to do. Since I left office, I visited over 150 schools, hospitals, everything. I've been to schools in Sokoto, Nasarawa, Kogi, every part of Nigeria. If you ask Tambawal, he will tell you that I was in Sokoto. He gave me the card to take me to a school in the border of Nigeria and the other country. And he asked me, what did you consider I come to visit schools? Let me even come home to what is very... On the 10th of this month, I was in Good Shepherd Hospital in Enugu, run by Bishop Chukuma. On the 11th, I was in Philomena Hospital in Benin, big hospital run by the Catholic Diocese of Benin. On the 17th, I was in Holy Ghost Hospital and the School of Nursing in Emekuku in Owerri. Just 2 days ago, I was in Madonna School of Nursing in Umuahia. All these places I visited, I've not spent less than 1.5 million trying to help. If you look at my life between the time I was in office and today, you can't see any difference. I'm saying, let's raise the politicians who practice it the way it's practiced all over the world. You don't need to be in office. Being in office might help me to do more, but you don't need to be in office to do what you're supposed to do.